promise you can do it. Sometimes, for whatever reason, life knocks you down to the floor and keeps kicking. And it's incredibly difficult to get up from that position, whether it be financial, health, just depression, whatever it is. There are times when life just deals you a shit hand. I'm here to try and help. I find it much easier, I feel, than others to be self-motivated. And I think it's because I have an approach. I have a methodical, I have a list of things that I do. And if the first 3 don't do anything at all, then the next 3 do. So I want to help you. Consider me like Uncle Rob, the external random uncle you never met who is giving you a list of advice that you can completely ignore if you'd like to, but I hope it helps you if you need this, okay? I'm going to be referring to notes down here because I've got 10 points that I think are going to help to lift you back into a place where you are productive, happy, creative, all these kinds of ifs that we kind of need, you know? So the first thing is, look, you've got to believe in yourself. And when I say you need to believe in yourself, what I mean is you got to understand we're all like flesh puppets animated by our divine spirit, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm a flesh puppet. Hello. And I believe in this flesh suit. I think it can do cool things. But if I don't believe that I can do the things that I want to do, I just pretend. The outcome is the same, okay? It doesn't matter whether you believe in yourself or you don't. If you just pretend that you believe in yourself, the outcome will be the same. It's the same with bravery. Oh, I'm not brave enough to do it. Pretend you're brave enough to do it and do the action. You were then brave enough to do the action. Do you understand? It becomes esoteric and diverse through life's myriad shit things that get thrown at you. But I promise you, if you just pretend that you believe in yourself, it will all pan out in the end, okay? Don't forget, all you ever have is right now, imagination, a memory. And the more you can exist in the right now, the more you will find it easier to be motivated because you won't be tied down, weighed down and tethered by things that have happened and no longer exist, and things that may happen but you have no control over. Let's start by building a positive environment. Now for you, and I'm talking about musicians in general here, where do you play? Where do you practice? Tell me in the comment section because I'm actually kind of interested. Have you turned that area into a motivational area? Does it have artwork or something on the walls that make you feel inspired? Anything at all. When you walk in, how do you feel? Because you can really change a room with like a throw and a cup of coffee and a picture that makes you feel something and putting some music on, light some incense, whatever it is. For you, everyone's completely different. It might be Slayer and a McDonald's. It might be, that sounds great actually. It might be, you know, Beethoven and some incense. It doesn't matter, but consider your space because you kind of take on the vibe of that and you have control over it. That's the best thing. You can choose the space that you work in, how it is. Even if you are a parent, I'm a parent of 2 kids, still practiced and played and recorded through both of my children breastfeeding and the whole thing, you know. It's possible to do it with some deep thought consideration. Maybe you buy, giving you a license to buy a piece of gear now, but maybe you buy a digital preamp, plug it into something, run it into some headphones, whatever. Make the space work for you. Okay. Number 2, make the time. It's very easy to say, I don't have any time to practice. I don't have any time to write music. Oh, I've got to work 9 to 5 and I've got children to feed and blah, blah, blah. That's, yeah, we do. But the people that succeed are the people that create the time, yeah? You need to be prepared to do the things that other people will not be prepared to do if you want to be really good. I'm just telling you the truth now. So if you need to get up to go to work, you say you get up at 7 because you start work at 9. Well, get up at 6. Have a coffee, do 20 minutes of drills, exercises, anything. Or just sit down with the coffee and your guitar and absolutely no remit. You're just there with the guitar. So if you want to play it, you can, and if you don't, you don't. Simple as that. But you are creating the time. Time and effort equals success. Okay? Make the time. Next thing. It's important to set realistic and measurable, achievable goals. So for example, if you sit down and you go, right, I want to be Steve Vai. And I want to be Steve Vai like next year, and I started playing guitar last year. That's not a realistic, achievable goal. However, I want to learn the Lydian mode. I want to know at least 3 shapes inside and out, and I want to write a few licks inside of these scale shapes that I can flow through, connecting one to the other. That is an achievable, realistic goal within a year. Do you see what I'm saying? Now you make it measurable. So, can I play the scale at 100 BPM? That's a measurable outcome. Can I play it at 120 BPM? Can I improvise in it with the drummer and a bassist? These are all measurable outcomes. Can you or can you not? Simple as that, yes or no. When you start measuring the things that you want to achieve, things get done. Things that get measured, get done. Things that are not measured just evaporate into the cesspit of daily detritus. Yeah, we've all been there. So write down goals. Have a notebook. Go old school. Raw dog life with a piece of paper and a pen. Write down, I want to learn pentatonic position 5 and write 5 licks in it in 6 months. You get a spare month and you get a month per lick. See what I'm saying? Next one. If you can't play something, and when I say can't play something, I mean you're trying to play it and you can't play it because you go wrong. Slow it down. Not enough people understand that you can play absolutely anything if it's slow enough. Yeah? It's like anything is food if you chew it hard. And you can play anything at all if you play it slow. And if you can't play it to the BPM that it's originally played at, slow it down 20 BPM and then incrementally push it. You don't need to learn the chords and the phrases and then jump in with a backing track and then, oh, I can't play it. That's not going to bring you success. What will is learning that you can play absolutely anything if it is slow enough. Never forget that the aim of a musician is to be 100% you. It's obviously brilliant to be pulled along in your journey of music by your heroes. To a certain extent, I feel like guitar playing is a giant percentage reenactment. You know, there's like medieval fairs where people dress up as knights and they're like, "Ha ha, vast sir, welcome to thine banquet. Prithee, sit ye down before I cleft ye in twain," etc. Playing guitar is a kind of reenactment, especially for old guys like me. I'll be 50 next year. I love Jimi Hendrix. Desperately wanted to be Jimi Hendrix. I am, surprise, surprise, not Jimi Hendrix. I learned a lot of his songs, a lot of his licks, studied his mind, you know, read things about his life and what he did and what he'd been through, and I wanted so much to play like him, and I never will because I am not him. But the journey of getting to know Jimmy's music gradually taught me so much that it became a little bit of me. And now when I play and people recognize my playing, there is a little percentage of that Jimmy in there somewhere that gives me a certain sound. Don't try and emulate your heroes too much, because I don't think they want you to. And also, you never will be able to play exactly like John Petrucci or, you know, Steve Wilson. It's just not possible. You can't sing exactly like Devon Townsend or Chris Cornell. You can learn from learning from them and then bring it in to become you. You are building you. You are not emulating them. I own a guitar company, so this is kind of against me. But listen, buying second-hand gear is cool. When I started off playing, all of the gear I bought was second-hand. My first 3 or 4 guitars were second-hand. My first ever amp I bought from Long and McQuaid in Toronto was a PV Delta Blues combo second-hand, and I loved that amplifier so much. And then the second amp I ever got was a Mesa Boogie Studio .22 that my manager at the time, Steve Lee, gave me to use, which I loved. I played that Boogie amp for about 5 years solid. Didn't buy a new amp until about 8 years into my playing. Second-hand gear is cool. Also, when you get trapped in the cycle of, I need a new pedal, or I need a new guitar, or I need a new amp, maybe you do. Maybe you do. I'm not here to tell you not to buy gear, but did you know that you can tweak, change, modify, vary the gear that you have, and it will give you that new gear feeling? Jimi Hendrix knew this. Eric Clapton knew this. That's why they would paint on their guitars. They would create artwork that spiritually represented them and made them feel something. You can take a tube screamer, give it to a local artist or your son or your daughter and have them paint on it with stuff and make it look super cool. And suddenly, I've got a new pedal. And it's this cool thing. Change a knob. Changing knobs is really easy. Get a guitar, change the nut, scallop the fretboard. It's really fun. Change the strings, alter the setup. Maybe you want a higher action and experiment with that. Change your picks, you know? Whatever it is, you can change things that you have and they will give you the new gear feeling. I know we live online nowadays, but maybe we could find friends in meet space. Maybe we could meet them in the comment section below here. That would be fun. I've been Rob Chapman. I believe in you. You can do it. Take it easy. Have a great day. Chappers out.